Yo, yo. All right, that's the right one. Just make sure that's right, Mike. What's going on, live? How you doing, dog?
What up? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Dope, dope.
How you doing? How's your day?
Good, good. My mic was pissing me off for a second, but I just had to restart my computer.
Nah, you good now.
Yeah.
Let me switch this up here. Hey, there we go. My lights are. Hold on. All right, maybe they work now. That should be good. But I figured we just lobby like this, give people time to jump in. If people are, tuning in right now and they want to join in, I think we got like one or two spots where people will be able to come up. The main thing about this is going to be the first show. This is like the pilot kind of thing something I've been thinking about doing, and I just had an idea. I was like, fuck it, just try it today. Trade down.
Yeah.
The idea is basically like he's almost like on a hot seat, but at the same time, it's like me and him are having a conversation. I'm bringing him in at like the host him. But I always want to have like commentary. I want to have people that are just kind of in the background and also joining into the conversation, answering the same questions, making jokes, and like also, roasting him a little bit and having a good time because it's just something fun. I'm gonna explain it a little bit more in detail once we get some of the more of the guys in here. But for the people listening, I mean, it's basically we're talking crypto culture, life, all the wild shit in between, people that actually live it. It's not like this is the news report or you're coming here to get the alpha on like what's the next coin. It's like this is what real people are doing. This is what we're talking about. This is what you hear in spaces, but the people that I want to do it on stream because I think it's going to be an interesting conversation and you see where it goes because there's some other things I've been doing as far as content creation, like using your music for pretty much everything I can, finding different use cases for them, and with doing content for 4 or 5 years, there's some ideas I had and I just wasn't ready till I had like the editing skill where I was like, I'm comfortable with putting that out there in front of everybody now, like to a bigger scale. And yeah, it's coming along. So what's up, brother?
Dope. Not much, man.
But nah, dude, the music, I actually have it loaded up here. I just haven't messed with it enough to like have that looping and playing through, but I could have like your tunes in the background with the way that Restream set up.
Yeah, dope.
Pretty dope. Wait, let me see if I have it right here. So that's music. I know I loaded some. Or at least I tried to. Nah, it's not on this one. Because sometimes it changes what's on the. I guess it's like a memory that's built into the app or whatever you're using. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'll look at it another time. But anyway.
Yeah. All good.
We got another somebody in here. What's up, Dubious?
Dubious.
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah. What's good? Yo, you were in the space yesterday with the voice changing, right?
That was so fun.
That was so good, dude.
That was so fun, bro.
Dying.
I don't know why fucking Wreckful Ken just had me fucking dying, bro.
Dude, it was like banger after banger. I kept that. Like the only thing that I contributed that made it like even better was the random dragon swap that there's somebody Roy was saying weird. I was like dragon swap.
Yeah.
But,
that was a banger.
What's up, dudes? How you doing, homie? Hey.
Dubious. Oh shit.
Oh, he's got his. I can't really hear it. You got to turn them up, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of low.
Yeah, we're all the same. How's the background music up here? Is it low enough? Could it go lower?
I would probably turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
But
because the only reason I care about this one is like my goal is to get this to the point where it's almost like a nice production.
Yeah.
That's pretty low right there, right?
That's a little too low. I can't.
Testing.
There you go.
That's good right there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
To me, I have my big ass head.
I'm not too big on it. I mean, we're gonna have enough people in here. I think it's not gonna matter. Just it's that little touch. But that is the goal. I'm gonna do these. I don't think I'm gonna try to do every single day because today, like I was going through putting together like a whole little punch list of things I wanted to do, editing the videos, putting the like names. Like it's all a process to get to this point. And also get guests and people that want to do it. So I can't be like, I'm going to do this every single day. So I'm going to try and reach out to as many people as I can and cycle through like our own guests and change the conversations up and stuff like that. And, do these as often as we can. There we go. Got another one. What's up, Trey?
What's up, Trey?
What's up, guys?
Go on, dog.
What's good, buddy?
All right.
Buddy.
I'm gonna try to make it, since it's gonna be like, Trey, we're bringing him on here tonight. I'm gonna try to have him on like that screen right there. But we got 2 minutes. The rest of you guys, you might be muted.
Are we like live?
Yeah, we're just in the lobby. In about 2 minutes, we're gonna have the intro, and we're gonna go into the whole thing. But if you weren't, you kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. So,
Yeah.
I think we are live.
Yeah, we are live, 100%. And 9 is live. It's just a lobby for people to join. And like, there's 35 people in here. You guys, like I said, you're welcome to come grab a seat and chime into the questions and the conversation with Trey.
I might smoke a kush real quick before we start.
Do that, man. I got my bowl somewhere over here. I got coffee. Doing it all.
Got my little mini dab.
My guy.
I need to get one of those. Those are nice. All right, but with that being said, I might just pack up a bowl for the last minute. But Trey, you ready for this?
I guess, dude.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for it, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I'm kind of ready. I think I know, but I don't know.
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna roast me or something? What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know, bro. I have no idea, but kind of.
A little bit like that.
Oh fuck.
You're kind of just in the hot seat. I don't know.
All right. Let's do it.
You were free. Seemed like it made sense. So, good lord. But yeah, I wanted to have like a 10-minute, if we find we need like 15 minutes, we'll start at 8:55 and just have that time. But I want to start at 9:10 9:10. But yeah, dude, I put together like cards and shit with a bunch of questions and segments. This shit's gonna be so good.
Yo, Dogwiz, Yurt.
Yo, Dogwiz, you want to come up in here?
Hey, Ted Wiz.
Here, let me send him. Is he in the chat or not?
No, he's in the
Dogwiz. All right.
Chat.
You're in the SMS gang chat now. I'm gonna send an invite and then we're gonna rock and roll. Ready,
Let's go.
Set, and we should be good to go. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to SMS Live. This is Let's Talk About It, and we got Trey in the building, and we got the rest of the homies, and some more that are going to be joining hopefully throughout the show. This show is basically about bringing crypto and our chaotic lives together, talking about what's going on in between, having some fun in between the lines, in between the charts, and all of that fun shit. Because honestly, it just gets fucking boring. And the fact that, what's drawing everybody's attention and engagement is just the same statistical shit we keep seeing. I wanted to find a little bit more fun and flavor to bring to the conversation. So I thought about this over the years, and it just kind of everything came together. Trey was ready, and I said, fuck it, let's pull the trigger and try it. We might fumble, we might do a terrible job, but at least we're starting it from here. And, it'll be a lot of fun. We're live on my YouTube, we're on X, I think we're on Twitch, another YouTube channel. Again, if you guys want to pull up and be part of the conversation commentary, there's plenty of questions that I'm going to go through. I'm doing this shit as legit as I can, and we'll grow it from there. But how you guys doing? Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me in, dude. I needed a much necessary break from CT.
It's good to have that flush and that reset for sure. And honestly, there's some really good parts about hold on, let me grab my mic. I have a clip that I'm actually going to play that's going to touch into that. And you're a great person to have me host for this because of your situation. I know you know, like a friend, so I kind of know what you're going through. And I was like, this would be great to kind of bring him back up. One of the things I've always liked to do is bring the homies up with my platform, with whatever I can do, and getting you guys together. I think it's going to be a banger.
Let's go. No, I'm excited, bro. It's been needed to get back into it. I just, yeah. Anyway, we'll go through it.
Hell yeah. But what's good, Lab? How you doing, bro?
Good, bro. Good. Been working on some stuff. Can't really talk about it, but yeah.
Awesome. Maybe we'll bring you up another topic on the hot seat and get into
Dude,
it.
I like your streaming background, Lab.
I'm always down. Yeah. It's actually
your background and everything.
You got there. You see that white box up there?
Yeah.
That's my Beeple.
Tight. That's tight. Word. I think it's the first time we've been on stream like this, so this is very dope. Again, me and you, I think we met in person before we met really, and in the whole space. So it's really cool to connect and see all come together. But guys, this is the music maker. This is the man, the myth, the legend that makes all of the stuff I make sound so much better. So shout out to him. If you need any beats and all that kind of good shit, that's where you go. What's going on, Dubious? How you doing? How's Canada?
Yeah. Am I coming through now?
Yeah, loud and clear from Canada.
Yeah, loud and clear from Canada. We're ready to go. My background is my fuckers. All right, we're locked.
Dude,
and
I like.
loaded.
Do you have an actual green screen behind
I do,
you?
Yeah, I got a green screen.
Polish. I was gonna say it's crispy as fuck.
This always looks good. It looks like a Christmas present.
Tomorrow is Christmas Day for me, bro. My care package shows up.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
I'm ready to go, bro.
What
Next time
else
you see
did
me, I'll be
you?
in the hoodie, bro.
What else did you? Oh yeah. Okay, so you get the whole thing. Oh,
Dude, I really wanted the hat though. I was like, oh man. But
so
we got
you
the
didn't get a
hoodie.
beanie? Oh, okay. But you got the hoodie though.
I got the hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be wearing the headband though too.
Fuck yeah.
All right, guys. I got one thing we're gonna play before we get started into the beginning of this. I got a couple different segments, a couple different questions. I'm gonna start with Trey, and then you guys can chime in, answer, commentate, whatever. We got some other invites for people, like I said. But first things first, let's get this started. And pay attention if you're a project, you got a podcast, you got anything you want to advertise, share, put out there. We're gonna be doing these a lot more consistently, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
The biggest barrier to crypto adoption has never been the technology, it's been the user experience. Introducing Say Global Wallet, a seamless wallet experience where users can sign in with email, Google, X, or Telegram credentials to access the same wallet across every Say D app. Ecosystem access with the simplicity of familiar login methods. Built by Dynamic specifically for Say to make blockchain technology accessible for everyone.
I figured you were
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do it.
perfect. Good timing on that. But yeah, that's what I was putting together. Something where it's a little bit of advertisement, get to put some people's stuff out there, and it's going to break up the show a little bit. But first things first, guys, we got Trey in the building, and he told me he went back to landscaping to buy the dip. He's been running spaces, flipping NFTs, digging into DeFi, and maybe planning an OnlyFans for alpha and ankle shots.
Hey, ankle shots, you said?
we're here to talk crypto, life, dumb buys, and everything in between. But we're here to have a good time. But what's going on with you, Trey? What's up with the landscaping? How's that going?
Oh, dude, I stumbled into an opportunity to run a crew, and I've been relying on the trading for so long the last year. So I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to, not have to spend crypto to survive and acquire some more. So I decided to take the L. It's okay, but I got a day job again. Yeah, dude. They give me the freedom. They know about this, and
well, the main thing about that, dude, is like it's something I learned is going crypto 24/7, whatever, like full time is very hard to do because it's not a very sustainable. It's volatile as the market because you kind of rely on that the whole time. The biggest thing I've learned is you need income to feed the pig. So if you can do the same thing you've been doing in crypto, the biggest thing I will say is time management. And I use index cards to do that. I literally write down all the shit I'm doing throughout my day. Keep a checklist on there and make sure that I stay on target. I knew at 8:45 this shit has to be wrapped up so I can invite people in and get this thing going. But it starts at the beginning of the day. So I would honestly encourage you to do that because you're going to be living two different lives now. Like I'm working,
bro.
I
listened.
You gotta fucking do that. But I give you props to do that because again, like think about any company. They need to make income. If you're not generating income working in crypto, just finding a couple jobs here and there, you're not really generating income. You're getting paychecks from time to time. So like the idea is if you can't generate a sustainable income, you need to have that to feed the other thing. And maybe it takes 10 years to flip and go over there. That's why the comparison to everybody else will be the thief of everything you've done to this point. Because you're like, oh, I took an L. That's bullshit, dog. Like you don't take an L by doing what's best for you at all. That's not the case. And like, that's something that you need community to remind you. Because like, I don't want you thinking when you're going to work, man, this is a loss now. Like, no, dog, that's a step in the right direction, being mature. So you can sustain what you've been trying to build for your growth,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, dude.
Keep doing your thing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It definitely sucked at first, but like, I've spent some time to really focus on like figuring out a plan to like actually DCA and actually trade smarter, and acquire more versus just trying to leverage the little bit that I got.
Exactly, because if you lose that, you don't have anything, and like that could just be sitting there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Dubious, you work, right?
Oh yeah, full time.
So I mean, he works
6
a
days a
regular
week.
job. Live. Do you work a regular job, or do you do this 24/7?
No, no. So I've been doing crypto 24/7 since 2021.
Hey, yo.
It's it's up and down. It's I've had some brutal fucking months, but yeah, I'm still at the same point as you guys, still learning and still like trying. There's so many things that I could have done last year and the year before and the year before that I could have fucked off to an island, but yeah, still I think just trying to figure it out.
That's definitely like I tried to go into that and I was probably doing pretty well for about 8 months, and then the well dried up for all of the things I was looking for. Like just everything got to a point I was like, I need to find income, and I found a salary. So I was like, all right, I'll take that. But in the back of my head, I know like this is a vehicle to get that next step. That's like I should be working towards that next thing. I can't think like, okay, this is it now. Like this is only like a side thing. This is just all right, I got to go down this path. But like now you have more experience. You should be more efficient with your time and what you're trying to do and be more locked in on it. At least that's my extent. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that a vibrator or a dog in the background? What's going on?
Oh my. Yeah, that's one of my dogs. I'll kick him out.
I'm just joking.
But what about Spaces? You doing them right now? You still hosting them or anything?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Not yet, but starting next Monday, I'm gonna be doing. There's an empty hole for evening spaces, and I'll start rocking out some evening spaces every other day.
Gotcha. Well, you're more than welcome to jump on stream every single night. It's around 9 o'clock that I do these. But as far as the spaces, I completely stopped running spaces. I jump into spaces and I join them. I don't do the
The reason why I'm going back is like, you remember my morning show I had, the Token Talk?
Yeah, I like that one.
That dude, it was the what?
Welcome, Dippo.
Hey yo, Dippo, ask please. Ask
Dippo,
please.
what's up, big dog? Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Yo, anybody in the crowd, if you guys want to join in on the conversation, we got a couple more seats in here. You're more than welcome. We're just getting started into the first segment, talking about crypto mindset. We got Trey in the building. He took a little bit of a hiatus, but we're bringing him back and diving into it right now. What's up, Dippo? Welcome. And back to Trey.
Hey, yo.
All right,
What
so
up, Dippo?
so as far as the spaces, I'm looking forward to that because I'll be at work. I'll be able to jump in from time to time.
I'm
but if
doing it
you-
in the evening. It'll be evening after.
Oh,
'cause,
perfect.
Yeah, I'm out the door at like year 7. So
Another thing about your spaces is I can seriously just run your space through my phone and put a microphone there and be part of it and still live stream. So like, I don't care if anybody, I don't do that. Oh, it's conflicting. I'm like, no, do that. That means that's part of my content now. Like,
yeah.
super simple. So yeah, do that. Set it up, man. I like your spaces. You always bring a good crowd. You got a good diverse community. And I think your target of what you're trying to do is going to be a little bit more sharper from, what the break you've taken and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
and what about
Well,
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. So that's gonna be a paid subscription.
$10 a month, something like that.
Yeah, it's called Chocolate Starfish.
Actually, I printed something out for you about that.
Chocolate starfish. What are you doing? Butthole stuff, bro?
He said butthole bitches.
Bro's
right off
doing
the gate.
butthole shit, bro.
No, I'm not doing any OnlyFans things.
Oh, here it is. It was token tips and toe picks. $10 a month.
Gross, dude.
No. I'm just bullshitting. But no, there is a point that I'm gonna bring up the OnlyFans and the crazy polarity of how some people can make $100,000 a month on doing exactly what we're joking about. And all reality, it can happen. So, what's that?
It's bullshit. I wish I was pretty.
Hey man,
You
but
know?
let's get into
I
it.
think
guys.
you're
Let's talk a
pretty,
little bit about-
Trey.
Hey, you too.
Good. I want to touch into the crypto mindset a little bit. I got some questions kind of related more or less to you. And Dippo is, I'm just reading a message real quick. Okay, he's good. All right, so this is all about mindset. This is just the first segment here. And we got Roy Lopez in the building. Let me bring him up too. If you guys notice anybody sitting there or a comment, just go ahead and just
It
interrupt.
doesn't show like who's in the waiting
We're
room.
good there.
Hey, yo.
Gang,
What
gang.
up, bro?
Roy, you up there?
What up?
Yeah.
You're
How we
Yeah.
doing? How we doing?
Doing pretty good, brother. We're just getting started. This is the first segment. It's into the crypto mindset. So you went back to landscaping to find your bag. What made you say, yup, I need to see, more say I need to have that? Kind of touched on a little bit, but how would you answer that question?
Hey, you're targeting the specific chain, eh?
Well, I mean, you got it on your hat. So,
Oh yeah, got a rep for who paid us all in the creator grant round. So, gang.
all right,
No,
well, then here, let's just get into it. If you had to sell it to your grandmom or somebody her age, how would you pitch
dude,
that?
honestly,
60 seconds.
Say is an easy play, man. It's an American crypto company. It's honestly the lowest out of the bunch that is there, and they're really trying to leverage the fast speed and stuff. And the way that I tell like my dad is the what's the word like imagine Visa but on chain and faster and cheaper. And the technology that can be used with that. And I know it's all the fucking buzzwords that say has, but it's
We got to remember
true.
your target
Mhm.
audience isn't the people listening, it's the new person. So these buzzwords aren't buzzwords. It's exactly what you need to say.
right. But
So that was like 40 seconds. That's pretty good. But the only thing I would add to that is the thing I played earlier, which is this little commercial, John, right here that talks about the sign-in. It's a quick one.
The biggest barrier to crypto adoption has never been the technology, it's been the user experience. Introducing Say Global Wallet, a seamless wallet experience where users can sign in with email, Google, X, or Telegram credentials to access the same wallet across every Say D app. Ecosystem access with the simplicity of familiar login methods. Built by Dynamic specifically for Say to make blockchain technology accessible for everyone.
I don't know if you can hear me or not yet, but I didn't even know anything about that wallet until like yesterday. So
It's pretty fresh. Don't worry.
yeah.
It's like within the last
Hey,
week. it came out.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're gone. You're
It's my shit,
disappeared,
but
bro.
hold on.
oh shit.
I got it figured out, guys. We're here.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, I
Hey,
haven't.
Dippo.
Dibbo, you're not here. Your
What up,
face is
Dibbo?
here, so that it doesn't count. And you got to say please.
I don't know what it did. It broke something.
Who's this fucking guy?
Hold on a second. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear
That's
you.
that bullshit. I don't.
We all just fucking disappear.
Wait, we stay live even though he's hosting it.
That's
We're the
wild.
captain now, Roy.
Is there music playing in the background of this motherfucker?
Yeah, there's
There is.
something.
And I feel like we're
Yeah.
I was ripping the pen a lot, and I
Dude.
feel like we're floating through fucking space right now.
Yeah,
dude.
that's not
At a
this-
hyper-
We are
speed, bro.
floating
I
through
still don't have
space,
anything.
bro.
Hold on. Maybe Bluetooth kicked on.
Dude, if you look towards the top of the screen, it feels like you move faster than if you look at the
Oh,
bottom of the
that's
screen.
wild.
That's
We should all take mushrooms and do this with the background. Just
Yeah.
Dubious, can you turn your volume up? You should turn your volume up a little bit.
Oh,
you should turn your
Dubious.
camera on, Roy. So I don't know why
Well,
you're giving any.
I didn't
If
shower
that's-
today.
Roy's
I'm,
too
bummed.
high. Roy's
Yeah,
geeking out.
bro.
He's geeking
bummed.
out.
Sorry. I can hear it on here now. All right. Well, is there like feedback?
No, I just hear
Everything's
music in the
good?
background.
No, you definitely
Alright,
are
Yeah,
feedback.
he had that. He had that. Yeah, there's a little feedback.
Technical difficulties, eh?
Run another commercial, dude.
I don't have the commercial button, bro.
How are you boys?
So, have y'all used the global wallet yet?
Not a chance.
No, I don't like say global wallet. I don't want to connect with an email to make a wallet. I'll just keep using Compass and Rabbit and shit. I don't need.
hear me here, right?
I don't need that.
You sound worse. But yeah.
know I sound worse, but I'm restarting my my iPad because I don't know what happened.
Okay. How are you guys' days?
Oh, that's my alarm, dude. It feels like my alarm.
my cue for this right here.
The biggest barrier to crypto adoption has never been the technology, it's been the user experience. Introducing Say Global Wallet, a seamless wallet experience where users can sign in with email, Google, X, or Telegram credentials to access the same wallet across every Say D app. Ecosystem access with the simplicity of familiar login methods. Built by Dynamics specifically for Say to make blockchain technology accessible for everyone.
All right, I'm back. Right? You guys hear me?
Hey yo.
We're good. All right.
Don't
hear me?
mention everyone else. It's just us.
All right. I don't know what it was. It was something about the volume coming out of the iPad, but we're good to go. So the other thing I was going to ask you is if somebody says crypto's a scam, how do you kind of respond to that?
Have you even tried it yet? Like that would be my only question. You know, like what makes it a scam? I'd have to figure out where their mindset is on it first before like that's an open-ended.
Well, it's definitely a real question. That's why I'm just kind of
For sure, yeah.
Like, hey, if the average person says like, so I hear you're into crypto. I've seen that posting about this stuff, and that shit kind of scammy. Like people usually lose money. Like, what's your response? And anybody listening, Roy, I don't know if you know or not. This isn't just Trace's spotlight, the hot light or a hot seat. We can kind of roast him during this, and we can chime in and answer as well. So you're more than welcome, where you can just hang out and do your thing. But anyway. Yeah, that's basically what I'm getting at. Is like, what kind of response you have? What's your
Yeah, I mean, like it depends on what you're getting into, you know, realistically. Like if you're dude, I wasn't around at the early days back in like 2021 and where it like
those aren't even the early
legitimately
days. We are like we're late compared to so most.
Honestly, I get the same reaction about crypto that I got in 2021 as I do in 2025. People
Yep,
still
me
just
too.
say the
What-
same
what do
fucking
you
shit to
say?
me, bro.
What did you
I
say?
do. I mean, at first, like 2021, I was just hella hype, you know. First,
Right.
like I was just hella into it. But no, I mean, like I've tried to talk to my brother, for example. Like I talk to him all the time about crypto, and like I've gone as far as showing him everything. Like I've shown him, and like I can help you, like I'll guide you, and he just doesn't give a fuck. And he's like,
Yeah.
no,
I've
Nah,
shown people
I'm good.
like same exact thing, and they see it like firsthand. They're just like, okay.
My
I'm good.
brother made $4,000 off of like a couple $100 on Dogecoin and still won't even jump back in it.
Those are most of the people that are like, I like Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And I'm like, okay, well, at least you like that. So
Yeah. I mean, he made his money, he pulled it out, and that was it. Like, even though like the whole world's talking about it.
well, I think that alludes to something that we kind of don't realize is we get into a echo chamber. We're in a counterculture compared to what the norm is. We're such a small, like niche group compared to the rest of the society. In reality, like the amount of people that owns like crypto or have bought crypto is small compared to, you know, what we would like it or think it to be, because we talk to people that have it every day, you know?
Yeah. Well, that was kind of part of the reason why I took a break. Also,
Yeah.
it's like it
Get
just
back to reality a little bit.
dude, everything was the same thing every day on every space, every chain, every you know, like it's
100%.
so fucking repetitive.
It gets
and
exhausting, bro. And the fucking KOLs that do the same fucking tweets, like we're up and we're down and we're
Bro, when I
up,
look
and
at my
the
phone,
spaces
it's
are
like-
all the fucking same, and it's just bro. I
It's
get
so
it.
trash, dude. I
It's
look at my
exhausting.
phone, it's like the same person, or like I look at one topic, it's like everybody posts the same shit, and like the group chats are just the same shit. I'm like, oh my god, and like it's not at anybody, but what's your boldest predictions for say in Q2? What do you think?
Hold on. Can I have a hot
Yeah,
take on the
jump in.
last question?
Absolutely.
All right, hot take.
Ooh.
Most people shouldn't be using chains like Say or Barachain
for sure.
or
That's fair.
You know,
Not
a lot of the
using-
or
that's-
gambling in the pump fund trenches. Honestly, like most people, majority of people probably shouldn't do that. You got to think of it like crypto's like any other kind of thing, right? I was just watching the Phillies game, got on rain delay, so now I'm here. But like sports, right? There's people that play this fucking sport, right? Like those motherfuckers live, shit, breathe, eat, whatever, that whole entire sport, right? And then there's
Right.
like the coaches, they also do that, like the announcers, the commentators, like analysts, like all
Right.
these different people playing a role that are super into sports. And then there's like diehard fans, which are like more removed than that, right? And then there's like casual fans, which are even more removed than that, right? So like I feel like we're like in it, right? In crypto, like
Yeah.
in it hard, right?
I truly feel like we're in a position where we're like, we get to help almost be pioneers. Like it's only 20 years of crypto. Think bigger. Think like we're helping shape the future and like in some way, shape, or form. The more you put in, the more you're going to see in the long term of this if you stay with it, because you're so early in that aspect, in my opinion, from what I like the way it's felt.
Well, and you ask like, what do you say to people that say crypto's a scam? I would just say like, well, I'm just telling you to DCA into Bitcoin. Like that doesn't look like a scam to me. Like look at the chart, bro. Is that a scam,
True.
bro? Is that a rug? Like, you know. So
What do we consider onboarding though? Like if someone's playing in the casino, are they onboarded? Like what do you guys expect of an onboard? Like what is onboarding?
I think that's
You guys-
a flash in the pan. I don't think they'll find consistency or want to stay unless they like get. I think there's two parts of it. You get people like they like investing their money and put it into crypto because they see the long term, and I think you see people that want to get invested into like crypto Twitter side of it, which is much more of a different appeal than like just buying crypto. Like when I went to Nashville, the amount of people that like own just Bitcoin and nothing else, you know, well, it's Bitcoin in general, but they're like, most people just stick to, you know, this chain when they're in this or whatever. But like once they realize Bitcoin's growing, people are building inside, like building more onto it. There's the ordinals, and there's much more than just Bitcoin now. That's when it's like they were kind of comparing that to how we look at crypto. It's like that's the first layer, and then it's peeling open. Well, now they have a little bit of that, and that's bridging that gap a little bit where people are seeing like, Are you using it like Roy was saying, or are you investing into it and just holding it? And that's two different things. And you have to, if you try to get them on Twitter, they either like it or they're like, I don't have time for this shit at all. And like, sometimes I think what we say and do on there like really pushes back because the average person sees it. They're like, this is crazy. I don't want to be here.
Well, how is anyone supposed to know what the fuck's going on? So, like, to me, as I'm sitting here listening to you guys,
how'd
like,
you get into crypto? Like, that's the thing. It's like, what made you want to like buy the first piece of fucking coin? You know, like
Poise.
that's,
Poise was my on board.
like, how'd you meet him though? Like, how did you even
He-
get to
he
that
was in a-
conversation?
So I before I got into crypto, I was a copywriter, and I was trying to run spaces for like interviewing the famous copywriters that are on Twitter. And one day he just happened to be in one of those, and I was like, who the fuck this guy? You know, because he has that like eloquent voice and everything, and I was like, okay, he seems to have wit about him. And I was on my networking game. I got on a call, and the next day I bought, you know, a few
That's
souls.
so funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So you just got in, like, do you think you liked what he was talking about, or it was you were just in the hustle and it sounded like a good opportunity?
Well, at the time, like I was thinking, hell yeah, I'm gonna write for this guy.
Like,
And
did you know about Bitcoin and shit before you bought
Oh
Soul?
yeah.
Okay.
I actually remember when OmniForce. I attempted to try to figure out MetaMask and shit back in the day. I actually knew about OmniForce, never could figure it out. Didn't even give it a good college try, and gave up. And at the time, I just didn't have really a lot of money, you know. So, I didn't go after it. So like I kind of knew about it, and I was a big Gary Vee fan back in the day.
Gotcha.
And
So honestly, it sounds like for most people to get on board or they're interested in it, they need to hear conversations of people that are talking about it, how they got into it, or what they're doing with it and stuff like that. It's a conversation. It's not more or less price or anything. It's what people are talking about it, and the exposure comes from that, and the interest, I guess, and what we're doing with it or how. I don't know.
Well,
But that just
how do you, so we were talking about like getting people like into crypto, you know, like to me, I would start talking about like Polymarket or Courtyard. I hear more about Courtyard at my local game store than
so
any
when
other
I talk to
coin I've
people
ever
about
heard.
crypto, I honestly say to them, like, buy Bitcoin and like understand that that's a long term, that's your comparable to your 401k as far as investment purposes. And if they like the idea of like having that conversation, they say, well, like, how is it real or how is it not like, you know, magic money or whatever? That just opens up a whole bunch of other conversations when it goes in there. But it's more or less getting them to understand there's value behind it just the same as there's the belief in anything. Like if somebody puts belief in it and buys it and what it's worth, like that's where its supply and demand comes into effect. You just have to get people really talking about it, show them where they can do it, show them that it is real, show them that there's profit to be made. That's ultimately
Is that the only thing crypto has though? Is just buying the coin and price?
People will argue that there's other things, but like the average person doesn't need any of that other shit until they know they need it and you sell it to them. So you have to show them that the main reason I'm buying crypto is for the long term of investment and the transfer of wealth that typically isn't available for the 9-to-5 person with their 401k and trading time for hours and paychecks or salary. That's the difference maker. That's the conversation I start to have deep rooted. I don't talk about crypto. I don't talk about NFTs. I don't talk about meme coins unless they're like, oh, I just want to, throw $1,000 into something. I'm like, well, it's high volatility, but you can get onto Moonshot and buy these fucking crypto coins that you hear about on Instagram and TikTok and all that. But like a lot of people lose money. It's like a fucking casino. And they're like, oh, well, that's what Solana is, like a casino. I was like, nah, they have other shit. But like, if you're looking to turn $1,000 into other money, there's really no reason to waste your time on anything else because most of it's a liquid and more steps. NFTs are meme coins with more steps, bottom line. Like you can't get around that unless they like art and they want to play that game of like, all right, how is my art special? But this is completely off topic. What's your boldest prediction?
Hold on, that's a crazy take.
Wait, yeah. Did you say NFTs are meme? No, I got a hard disagree.
Like you can like them, but what do you sell them for? You don't sell them for another piece of artwork. You try to get them money.
Yeah, but I think that's how like the majority of NFTs are used today. NFTs are so much more than just like JPEGs with PFPs.
Yeah, and
well,
there also is
right,
just
if you have
like
that conversation with somebody that doesn't really mess with crypto at all, like how do you explain that to them where they're like, They're
The
just
best thing that I did, so my IRL homies, the only NFTs that they traded were NBA Top Shots in 2021. They were selling moments, dude.
right.
And I
I
got
guess I'm more or less thinking like more along the lines of PFPs and like the art shit that like we see day to day.
that's for the core, bro. That's not for everybody.
I understand that, and that's why I don't even bring it up to them. And I say it's like meme coins for more steps. You don't want to mess with that, but there are other things like you said. But yeah, that you guys are asking me, so I mean, don't criticize how I'm telling people and what I'm getting into. I don't know how to explain everything you guys said. So how would you guys explain it to somebody getting into it just like I would?
I mean, you got to understand blockchain technology, right? And if people don't understand that, you'd have to like start there, right? But I mean, the simplest way to do it is just like in the same way that like Bitcoin is secured because of blockchain technology, ownership of whatever that NFT like points to, whether it's a picture or could be like a PDF.
So you go right from Bitcoin to NFT?
I mean, I wouldn't in like if they asked what an NFT was.
I think he's
No,
just
that's-
saying you
like,
gotta
that's-
understand the tech.
Yeah, like I wasn't getting to like you guys pointed that out. My point was I get them interested into the investment part of long term, not into something that's a liquid. I wouldn't direct them into meme coins or NFTs, and I do think that NFTs are meme coins with more steps because the value of them and the picture attached to them is a URL, unless it's inscribed onto it. Am I wrong on thinking that?
I mean, yeah, in the way that most NFTs are used, yeah, they're like not stored like on a blockchain. They're stored.
So like there is a possibility of that chain going down or that being, regardless if somebody says it's used for this, like there's no value in it. So you need to get your value.
Yeah. I think if you say that to someone that doesn't understand anything about crypto, I think it's fine. But
Right, and that's the intro level. That's all I was saying. I do agree with you. There's plenty of the use cases for NFTs. I agree with. There's other blockchains that have plenty. Like we can go down that rabbit hole. But my point was that. But as far as getting people into it, it's honestly it starts with Bitcoin and understanding the store of value and like money worth, how you can save it if power goes. Like that conversation goes all over the place. It depends on who the person is, I guess. Right.
yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. Anything is super fucking nuanced when you're talking about people, right? Like some people understand shit differently. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like I really
feel
think
like
that...
it sounds culty when we get into the core stuff. Like if you bridge it to that, and I don't want people to think that they're locked into something that they can't get out, because like there's such a looming cloud over NFTs to this day because of the loss, because of, if you look at anything on a chart, it's like down only as far as investment. That's why they have to understand that you can use the tech and do things with it. And the majority of people don't want to waste or don't have the time to manage to like get there yet. I think that's the biggest.
Well, do you
hurdle
think
on that
they'll
one.
ever have that? You know,
It's.
'Cause, like,
I think it's kind of like the toy train thing. Like if you like toy trains and building them and hanging out at conventions, yeah, it's going to be there. But like, are the only people that like them every day are the people that build them. The people that see them like, oh, that's very cool. I have other shit to do. Like, you know. But if you say to them, oh, if you buy this train set, it'll probably go up in value over some years. They're like, oh shit, that's made out of fucking digital gold carbon fucking unicorns. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just, that's my experience. I like it, but it's like I can't tell the average person to get into it unless they have the time.
I think it really depends on what kind of NFTs you're talking. I mean, I understand that you're talking like JPEGs and like, but
Right.
I mean, you got there's a lot of them that are literally just degen. It's a meme coin with a picture attached. Okay, but you have others that are a collection, a community. It's more of like a membership pass to that community. If you buy a membership pass to a club, a membership to some kind of club, you're not looking to flip the membership to the club. You bought it because you want access to the club.
100%.
You want access to that community. So I mean, I think that like with NFTs, like for normies, I think it's a great onboarding thing, depending on which direction you steer them. But yeah, I mean, NFTs are great onboarding. I mean, you get someone into a community and then someone wants to stick around and keep checking in. That's the reason that we keep,
Yeah, I guess that's definitely a really good onboarding aspect, as honestly, because you get them with a visual with that, and then you can honestly explain crypto from that leg of it. So I mean, there is a value in that, but I guess I'm thinking of the traditional person that's not going to be tapping into what we do or wanting to really see that just kind of like buying. And at that point, I think it's definitely subjective to the person. But no, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think a lot of people talk shit about NFTs in games, but like once one of these games like really hits and like with like these youngins and like these skins and stuff start like figuring out
Yeah.
what they can do with these things that they didn't realize were NFTs. That's gonna onboard a lot of people. Like these kids are fucking obsessed with all that shit, and once they actually own it and can trade it, it's gonna open up a whole fucking different.
Well, I guess that's just the point where we're at, is like, how do we get the people to buy it and then start playing and seeing it? And just that's going to come with time, and come with exposure, come with, you know, active users in general, I guess, and you know, stretching that boundary out. But no, that's definitely good perspective. I haven't thought about NFTs like that in so long because they just haven't seemed, I don't know, like relevant.
Yeah, and I mean, there's still like a lot of legitimate art collectors too, right? That just
Right.
you know, they just want.
I
art.
think that's the thing that I look at them more than anything is like, do I like the art of these? And like, is there a community when it comes down to, am I buying an NFT for some reason? Sometimes it's just to explore a blockchain, but again, I guess that taps into the community aspect of that, you know, looking into it. But no, what do you guys got for prediction wise as far as Q2, like price wise, or you just collecting and building anything in specifically for you, Trey?
For me, honestly, like on a say aspect of it, like I don't see it, you know, I don't see us hitting anything crazy.
Just
Yeah, yeah, across the board, everyone is talking about the market, you know, just being weird right now. So like I still have faith that Say is gonna have their moment, and to me, it seems like it has the most upside if you're gonna choose a USA blockchain and on
Right.
that whole narrative, like it makes sense, you know. Like XRP already has its community, it's got its days. Like they're gonna have to have
Some like crazy diehard people.
oh, dude, they're gonna have
Like
to have
the
some
most
massive
randomest-
catalyst thing to even make it into that spot. And like right now, Say is so fucking low that like really just anything moderately bullish will hopefully bring those numbers up. You know.
100%, dude. The craziest people that I've met that like have no exposure to anything really in crypto outside of, you know, centralized exchange, they're like super hard XRP maxis, and I remember them talking when it was like 25 or 50 cents. They're like, man, it's gonna go up one day. And when I saw that going up, I thought of all of those people because they were so strong on that belief, and I was like, good for them. Like I didn't have nearly as much as I guess I should have just being around. You know, I feel like we miss out because we get so into things sometimes. But let's switch gears a little bit. We're talking about
XRP Max. He's got so much shit for so long, bro. I was happy
got the
to.
worst
Same
end
way
of
when
the
they got their comeuppance, I was like, yeah, that's fucking dope.
Absolutely, dude. I feel for them. I feel like Cardano, if they ever hit it, they'll be out with the next XRP kind of thing like that. But as far as spaces, you're talking about running them again. But you know, your spaces, they pop off. What do you keep them in tune? Like, what's the thing for you when you're hosting them? Do you bring guests together, or is it what's your deal? Or is it consistency?
Man, honestly, for me, like what worked was bringing in the cool guests and like trying to go about the same conversation that every space goes through in a different way and find out like what, who, what, when, where, why, and then just let everyone up and hang out and talk. And you know, like to me, to get like actually into this instead of that surface level like buzzword stuff is lame. We're all in.
Yeah.
We all hear the same people say the same shit every
100%.
time.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
man.
Like bring it up like that because I thought there's something you said the other day was and I responded to you just like say it to them or whatever. But what's a nice way to tell someone that they're not who they pretend they are on Spaces? Because you asked that question.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
What's a nice way to tell someone they're not who they say they are?
And
And all of you guys can respond to that.
No, I remember. Okay, I had to think back on that space, but yeah, I just like I don't know, like you gotta put them in their place. Honestly, I don't know if I have anything specific as like what to say, but it doesn't. I don't know the far.
Yeah,
You ever had to call somebody out live?
Yeah, I mean, at this point now, like a year ago, fuck no, I wouldn't have. But now, like, I don't know. I've seen all you guys, so it's not you, any of you, but it just. What's
Like
the word?
sometimes I see people that flex like they got it like that, or they're fronting like they're a different thing. They're just very facetious of like who they are. I see that a lot. Like that's a big thing, especially when you're building like a brand per se. And it's just I feel like some of us just kind of can like see through the bullshit, I guess sometimes, and sometimes you get played. But hey, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I try not to get wrapped up in any of that shit. I'm just focused on fuckers and like, you know, it's fun to laugh about or whatever, and it does get annoying. But like,
dude, I put too much of my heart into it and like cared too much about it for the longest time, about everything, say fucking whatever community, and whenever, you know, it just seemed like no one was listening, it pissed me off. Like,
yeah,
why? But then again, who am I? Like, why should someone ever listen?
And that is something I guess I can say that I've learned just over the years, kind of just how the market is fucking up and down, and then fucked up shit happens, and then great shit happens, and like also watching how people move. Like I've seen how so many projects move and so many people move that I kind of just know like how to move. Just quiet, do my thing. Like we're just building and.
Yeah, one of the things is
don't take myself too serious.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that
fun,
we take ourselves way too serious sometimes. Like we think it's a lot bigger than it is, and we forget we're supposed to be here having fun. And this is part of the reason I wanted to host a space like this or a stream like this and get people together. I want more real feel and like that camaraderie, because it's like we're gonna do the other shit. It's gonna happen. It ain't going nowhere. Like we can talk about other shit going on and bring it up, but let's switch it up a little bit with NFTs. So we're talking about them. What's the dumbest NFT you ever minted, and did you immediately regret it?
Nah, you got to give me an hour for this one, bro. I got like 3,000 in the hidden wallet, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what the hidden part.
Anything? What's the first one that comes to mind?
The first one that comes to mind is Doodle Sperms. And I legit, I think they went to like 02 or 03 or something. You just, but no, like I have so many just straight up rugs. I can't. I'm trying to think like, what is it like?
The dumbest one was my first one because I remember it so vividly. It was like I was excited and I was like, how did I get this so lucky to get this one? And I was like, and I bought it, and that immediate was like, you idiot! Like, how could you get that lucky? I was like, fuck! And like that's just one that sticks out. It's still in one of my wallets. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked at it in a while. It's probably got some dust on it, but I really was like, fuck. But anyway. Anybody else?
It was the Bankman Finance. You remember them on Soul?
Damn, that was a pretty rough one, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I actually made money, but what for me, like I learned that
believe it too much.
Oh, dude, I learned what gave me the bad side to it was seeing. Do you remember that Jersey guy?
Yeah. JRZY.
Yeah. I saw him mint like this specific trait, and like he posted about it. And then like a couple hours later, the motherfucker had it listed for sale, and I was like, I like
when I say
into
like,
it to you, motherfucker.
When I say some of the shit that I say about the people from the past cycle and like the people that were kind of like getting all this attention and kind of fading me, because like I was just honest about the real shit going on. I was like, yo, there's a reason they're not gonna be around like and doing the same shit. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm back. It's like, yo, the rest of us never left, dog. So there's no reason to come back. But welcome to Scamville 101. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a game.
I learned how KOLs roll that one, but it, you know, it was cool. I mean, it was my first mint. I ended up selling and making some money on it, and you know, it was cool.
I mean, I made money on Backman, but I liked what they were talking about, but I also saw through the bullshit. But what NFT do you secretly love, but you don't like flex? What do you have like in your wallet that's like one of your favorites, but you don't care?
Honestly, it would have to be my Wolf Capitals, man. I got a cool.
They're good one.
Yeah.
They're sentimental.
Yeah. That was my first NFT. That like was mine. So yeah, dude, I'd have to say Wolf Capital.
What about you guys? You got any
There's
NFTs?
two that come to mind. One is, well, it's technically not mine, it's S3's, but the one of one robot fucker. I feel like I don't flex that enough. And the second one is my Retardio, which I might start PFPing because I might sell the Hypeo Niqab if I feel like
Are they
it.
still up pretty high, like pretty well?
I think they're holding strong. They're holding
They're
strong.
making some money.
I like the Hypeo, so I'm gonna keep rocking the Hypeo. But I have a Retardio that I don't really rock much at all, and I like it a lot. So yeah.
I like the cardios; those are good. But I saw that you're looking at Tensor PFPs. What was that about? And is it specifically them, or what was being
Dude,
talked
hearing
about?
it on Theo Vaughn, bro.
Yeah.
I heard Vector being shilled on Theo Vaughn, and I was like, God damn, good for them. Like that's really cool. And he also had I think it was Moonshot that I saw as an ad on his podcast. And I was like, that's the type of shit that
Oh, that's
like,
why.
Hit
yeah,
both.
dude. But that goes back to what we were talking about. It's the platform. It's not the chain. So like you know, we're talking about like what coins to hold and invest in, and it's like, to me, what the shit that's really starting to catch attention is like Courtyard has the TikTok ads that are fucking killing it. Hearing Vector on Theo Vaughn's podcast fucking killed it.
Right.
All these other, like, name any of them that are on any of these platforms. Slingshot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rally. Like, hell, I
Slingshot or Rally. I never heard of either of those. I'm just kidding.
but that's the stuff to me that like I think will, you know, be that mass onboarder. I don't think it's gonna be like the chain specific shit. You know,
Yeah.
like we all talked about say needing the protocols for people to come. Well,
I don't
that
give a fuck about that.
Nah, the
No.
tech doesn't fucking matter.
Nobody
Come
gives
on.
a shit about
Well,
that. They don't care about the
product,
speed of the
the
transactions.
product.
They don't care about any of
Yeah.
it. They want to know how if they want to either make money on it or they want to play with it and have fun with it. Like,
yeah, it's the product. And
That's it.
and to me, I don't know. I feel like that is where we're gonna start seeing the future of all this go, you know?
all right. Well, let's switch gears up. What's your biggest post nut clarity moment in crypto?
Ooh, post nut. It'd have to. Post nut clarity moment, dude. Honestly, it would have to be that Bankman Mint. It's seeing the KOL just G'd his prized mint that he got, you know, and like that was the first post nut clarity for me. The most memorable. It's like losing your virginity, you know.
You ever hit a point where you're like, why am I in this anymore? Like, what the fuck am I doing in crypto? And,
100%.
What,
Yeah.
what
All
was
the
like
time.
what did you do when you hit that point, and why are you still here?
Because this is the why I'm still here is because like I've always tried things, and like after a certain point of difficulty, whatever, like I typically backed away from it, and you know, through the ups and downs over the last year and a half, I've always stuck through with crypto. Like there's something here to it, and you know, just in the fact that I've stayed I'm proud of that for myself, you know. And on the specific event, it would be me hanging out. Not that there's anything wrong with say, if any of you motherfuckers are in here, you know, like it was the caring too much about it is
You can't
what.
be tribal in this fucking industry in general. Like, you gotta
Yeah,
make-
I wasted too much time, honestly, like content wise and everything. Like I focused and wasted too much time
Yeah.
for just
like
to
they're
dance
signing
for-
you up.
I think me and you talked about it a couple times too.
yeah.
IRL.
Like,
Yeah.
we talked one of the first times down in Miami about hypotheticals and situations, and I told you straight up. I said, "Dog, you have to do what's best for you. Your friends are going to be there regardless, and they probably will even come with you to help support you on your endeavors. Like that's real life. That's what your real friends are going to do." And I don't know. I just unless they're literally paying your fucking like a bills and you work for them like legitimately, contracts binding and everything, like. You can do whatever you want. You can tiptoe on anything you want to. The likelihood is they probably are too. So who cares?
Yeah, no, I that would have to be my moment, man. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, learning to just
What's your
kind
biggest loss? Like, have you ever had like a live rug or anything like that where you lost everything and like a substantial size or anything?
it would have to be a week before we all went to Denver, when Trump was tweeting about tariffs and stuff. So that was my biggest L.
You ever
but-
get liquidated like heavy?
yeah, that day.
Are you doing leverage?
Yeah.
Ah,
I went
God.
in way too confident on a trade thing, not thinking Trump was going to get drunk and tweet, you know. No, on a real note, that was my biggest loss. But as far as like meme coins and stuff, like I don't know, couple soul, you know, like that was probably my worst up until that point, you know. And what's made it even more difficult is that like I relied on anything and everything I made in crypto
Right. You're basically putting your net worth and your money, your fucking spending money and responsibility on the line, and that's like
Well,
the big thing.
Mind you guys, I wasn't spending my rent money, but you know.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying everything else. Like you're stretching yourself, or you're making yourself like making it too tight. But no, I'm just kind of curious about stuff like that. 'Cause some people listening to this kind of stuff, they might be going through these sometimes, especially with volatility in the market.
In the trades, bro, like that. Like I thought I was on a track, and still.
Dude, you could fail and fall on your fucking head. You can lose it all right now and pick up where you left off. But let's listen to this real quick. This is kind of something that reminded me, similar to a lot of our starts, a lot of people in the space, and just something that's a little bit more relatable. Roy will appreciate this just because of the geographic setting from the person, and it makes me think about it when I laugh all the time. But yeah, let's go.
And you weren't blacked out doing Four Locos.
Well, I wasn't black. Yeah, I did tell the story wrong. The first night I wasn't that bad. The second night, there was a wedding at the hotel, and me and my friends were like, let's crash a wedding. It was like when Wedding Crashers came out. We were like, yo, let's crash a wedding, dude.
So you just showed up at the wedding at the hotel?
We went to the Salvation Army around the corner, bought a bunch of suits, went to this wedding at the hotel.
Oh, my God.
We're in there. We're all hammered. We were drinking at the indoor pool. We were drinking Four Locos at the indoor pool all day in Pittsburgh, just getting fucking hammered. We go to this wedding. We were literally taking a picture with the bride. And she was like, wait a second, who are you guys? And then the groom tried to fight us. They get mad. If you crash a wedding, people don't like it. So they were all trying to fight us, and then I had to leave to go do this show, and I bombed in the hotel lobby. My fucking face was everywhere in the hotel. The groomsmen showed up to the bar that I was performing at. And they were like, there's that motherfucker.
While you were on stage?
After the show. They were like, this guy's a piece of shit. And the club owner was like, yeah, this guy is a piece of shit, dude. This guy sucks.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It was first weekend I ever did. Wasn't good.
Yeah, but they're never good. First weekends are always a disaster.
That was about as bad as it could get. Not as bad as it could get, but yeah.
How long had you been doing comedy at that point?
Maybe 4 months. And this is once a week, maybe, at best. I had zero, dude. I had zero.
When did it start rolling for you?
I moved to Philly. So I lived in central Pennsylvania, and I was like kind of dabbling in it. But there's only so much you can do. You can go down to...
What gave you the confidence, or what made you think that you could go to Philly and make it?
I did Magooby's, you know Magooby's Joke House?
Yeah.
I won their new Comedian of the Year in 2014.
Oh.
And then I was like, all right, I can do this. And then I moved to Philly. Because Baltimore was kind of the closest city from Harrisburg. So I'd go down to Baltimore to do stand-up, go to Philly to do stand-up. And, then I moved to Philly. And I moved to Philly with the sole intent of doing stand-up, you know. I didn't move there. I moved there with no job, none of that.
Had you graduated from college?
I did.
So you had a degree?
I had a degree in history.
Right.
That was
good luck with that.
Useless, yeah.
So
unless you want to be a teacher.
So you just decided, I'm going to go for it. Did you give yourself a certain amount of time?
No. I got fired from that state job that I was doing, which was fine. I was literally going to like investigating like children's crimes at like state-run children's houses.
Ooh.
It was the most depressing job possible.
Crimes against children?
Crimes against... Anytime like an orderly would subdue a child, you'd have to go investigate it. But then there was obviously...
Abuse.
Constant abuse.
Dude, Shane Gillis is the fucking GOAT, bro.
Shane Gillis is funny as fuck.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking hilarious. I was listening to him all day today, and I heard that little clip. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Like, there's a part of that that's relatable. Like, where he was talking about 4 months in, he went and tried to do a weekend. He, got all fucked up with his friends, basically fucked it all up, basically. And, he went before he was ready. But he's talking about this in front of Joe Rogan. Like, you see that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can fuck it all up. And if you believe in it and follow your dreams, and he moved to Philly and was whatever, he figured it out. He figured it the fuck out. He even got canceled on SNL and still figured it the fuck out, which is equally as funny.
You could argue that actually fucking helped him a lot, but
I definitely think it. Like I said, he got canceled, and I think that was a catalyst. Like, most people would be like, "Oh, that sucks." It's like, nah, that just kind of made him a little bit more refined on who he is. But yeah, I don't know. What do you take from that group?
Yeah, I think that it's the puts on the fact that like if you just literally try every day, that literally is better than 90% of the world. Most people don't even do shit other than barely get up out of their bed. So, taking that extra incentive to do things will make shit happen. Like your worst day has already happened, so why not just keep going?
Dude, there's this crazy stat and like study of when they had, if you had like 100 people or whatever group of people start something at this day in a year, they have certain time frames where statistically people just drop off, where it would be less than 10% are still doing that thing. So if you've made it over a year doing the same thing, like there's people around you dropping off left and right. The people that are still here over and over and over again shows you a lot of character in what you're trying to do here. But I don't know. We should all get together and watch this Shane Gillis fucking episode sometime, or see him live. That'd be great.
Dude, me and my brother,
Yep.
every time a new park episode comes out, or Protect Our Parks episode comes out, we sit in his basement and get drunk and watch it with them.
That's tight. Well, I definitely want to have a drunk space too, doing some like a little bit more fast-paced questions about a lot of random shit. But let's talk about mushrooms.
Hey yo.
I personally, I think I'm due for
Yes.
a pretty heavy trip here. I got this bad boy, half of this guy left,
Nice.
ready to rock out. I don't know. Part of the thing I was listening to him, and it's something that I've heard consistently over the years and years and years of my life is, and even from high school, dude. I'll tell you about this story too. But like everybody that I've ever talked to that had a big trip where it's like, yo, that changed me from there. Coming out of that trip, and it's usually 3.5, like an eighth or more. And Shane's talking about he ate like 7 or 8 grams or something like that, and he hasn't done a drug since then. He just drinks now. But the trip and the experience, he was one of those guys that said it's all bullshit until it like happened, because he would only take a little bit to have that like buzz of being high without anxiety, just like the body high and the good vibes.
Sure.
He was saying he took a heroic dose, so he really got to expel that bullshit and like go through some shit that most of us put off. For me, that's what fucking, when you really get to that level, like shrooms hit that shit where it's like the shit that you like try to just grind through, like that's the opportunity to like deal with it. And I don't remember the last time I took an eighth or more in the last 10 fucking years, to be honest with you. And I was like, damn, I'm about to go in this fucking weekend or something like that. Like I gotta take a whole fucking weekend away from this shit and take a nice dose. And I think I don't know. I believe in this shit. I think it works. I think it's good for depressed. I think it's good for retired. I think it's good for the people that just generally have a good vibe or bad vibe. It's just all around. You figure it out. But I don't know. What do you think about it? You ever trip? You ever come out the other side with a story like that or felt like that? Any of you guys can respond to this.
Yeah, I took a heroic dose once when I was younger. But it was really, really bad. And I just thought I was dying for like 8 hours. My friend kind of fucked it up, but I ended up like running away from his house, and like I ended up in the woods by myself, and I like started crying and shit. Like it was all fucked up. But
Can I ask you about that though? Because I had a very similar one. I wasn't like, I don't think it was a fuck up. I remember running I remember I was in a house I was never in before. I walked outside and I ended up being found by myself outside, like in these like bushes in the trees. But like I was just going through some shit like, yo, I needed blah, blah. I don't remember what I was saying, but I wanted to be by myself to handle something. And I remember them saying that shit. And it's like, when I learned more about it I'll tell you about the story in school, but keep going with that. Cause I had something like that. And I don't think it was necessarily bad, but it changed perspective when it came out of like the trip, which was crazy.
yeah, I think most trips kind of you don't get the trip you want, you get the one you need, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But that specific one was just ruined by people around me, and it was my fault. I was young and I was trying to be cool, taking a bunch of mushrooms.
I only like people tripping with me. I don't really.
But that's been a thing for me. Every time I trip, I end up just wanting to be alone. But I started microdosing like 5 years ago and doing DMT, and there was one DMT experience that for sure like changed like everything about me. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I haven't done DMT, and that's one I was actually talking to my tattoo artist about, because he has a good connect for that, and it's something that I don't know, just one of those. I haven't done it yet, but I know that's somebody else told me the same exact story. This is the thing. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't give a fuck about your background, thoughts, opinions. Everybody's coming out with the same fucking story, and it's so many different people. That's the most undeniable correlation across it. That's why I think it's evident. And one of the things is it comes up with crypto a lot. It comes up with this whole space a lot, like more than anywhere else I've been. I don't know if it's just because of the nature of the people or what it is, but it's a comfortable enough topic to talk about it like this. And I'm like with everybody here without asking you ever before if you've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, my most memorable time, I was out in Denver actually. Me and my brother and a couple of his buddies, we went out behind Boulder, actually kind of near where we went and visited, and we took a good amount. I don't remember the exact amount, but also topped it off with a couple tabs. Yeah, and I'll never forget that experience because like I used to get like these real anxious panic attacks, like not severe. I wasn't like a pussy about it. Not that anyone who gets them is a pussy, but like it just was enough.
Fucking pussies.
Yeah, well, it like crippled my days when it would happen, and ever since then, like
Nah, that's all right. Fuck them. I'm just kidding.
no, dude, it's okay. Like I've not had that same feeling ever again since then, and you know, I have to equate it to, you know,
That experience.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, Trey, but my best mushroom experience was also in Boulder.
Let's go.
I took a road trip there with my homie. Yeah, and we had a bunch of shrooms and a bunch of X, Molly for the young people.
It's the altitude.
Yeah, bro. It was just like I remember we were sitting on like the roof, and it was just like me, my homie, and like a couple of chicks, and it was just fucking like the mountains and everything. It was just so fucking like like I don't think I've ever felt like that tripped out, but that like happy and like. It was just crazy, man.
Dude, it was the best time in the world.
DMT isn't fun per se. DMT is something that I would say
It's effective.
you got to take it serious. Yeah, it like really like does shit to you, and when you're in there, you're in there, and yeah, I think if you're not ready, it could be pretty confusing. But
that's good advice. Honestly, it could be confusing, you know. That's spot on.
I mean, it's pretty much it's the way I describe it is you take a 8-hour mushroom trip and you condense it into 15 minutes. You're like immediately shot into space and like you talk to all the fucking aliens and then you die and then you fucking come back and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened? But it's a lot better than
How often are you doing it?
So honestly, I haven't done it for a while, but I did it for about 6 months, and then I had one experience where it was usually you do it and you lay down. You take like 3 hits, you lay down, you like go wherever you go. And I was laying on my bed, I took the 3rd hit, and I just heard this little voice that said like, go look in the mirror. And I ran up and I ran to the bathroom and I put my hand on the sink, right? And the second I looked in the mirror, reality just fucking shattered, just everything exploded. And I started seeing my past lives, and like as I was seeing them, there was like someone like telepathically like talking about it, and I was like this like dude that kind of looked like my dad, but it was wearing like this like Aztec shit, and I like was this like old like Asian lady, and then at the end of it, I turned into this like alien looking thing, and then like a ball of energy, and then I just heard this like thing like you've unlocked yourself or some shit like that, and then I just like shot back into reality, and then.
Wow.
Like, around that time, I was like really like I had quit drinking and I was like looking for like my purpose. I was just trying to figure shit out. And like 2 weeks later after that, I found crypto and then I won a Beeple and I'm fucking here making fuckers. And like that, I'm certain that like that experience, like something like just changed. Like, it like rewired my brain and then like just like, I don't know, sent me on a different path. Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Thanks. Honestly, dude, thanks for sharing that story because that's fucking cool shit. And like, it's. I think people are looking for that. And I'm not suggesting that you go that route, but I think people are looking for that, you know, in life and in general and purpose. And that's pretty fucking.
Yeah, and like, and it's a lot of work too. And like, I think what a lot of people miss is like I didn't just like take DMT. Like I changed my eating habits. I was meditating a lot. I was fasting. Like I still.
How long were you like without drinking at that point?
Probably like 1 year, a year and a half, something like that. So it was like I was like all like just trying to like figure out like what the fuck to do. Like
it's funny how the universe works. Put things in positions, and hey, look where you're at. Hey, I'm grateful for it, man. You're here now, and like I said, dude, I got some cool music. Do you did you do music your whole life? Is that your part of your background and stuff like that?
Yeah, I wrote and made my first beat when I was 12.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I've been making music forever. Doodling and doing all that shit. But yeah, music is like my number one thing, and I like writing. Like, yeah, I like.
Do you see influence with like you're probably artistic, I can imagine. You would say that about yourself. Do you see shrooms making an impact with that in your life when you started doing that kind of stuff?
I think what I got from mushrooms, it definitely unlocks the creativity, right? But what I got more from mushrooms is kind of like learning how to work and learning how to like build a routine and like stay locked in and like just become like responsible. I don't know. Like I started microdosing a lot, and I built a routine, and now I give myself time and space. And like before I was just like a chaotic fucking mess, and I was always like, I had like anxiety all the time and shit. And like, I think more than like it like making me like a better artist, I think it just made me like a better person, and that in turn makes me like a better artist.
It gave me peace, like anytime I do it, it just like that overwhelming feeling that like you carry as a man. Like it takes that off of you,
Yo, when
love is the answer.
High school. When I was in high school, I had to do a report on like a drug in the class I was at, and I happened to get like the lottery of this one is yours, and it was shrooms. And I was like, I have no idea what magic mushrooms are, but I looked up on like, it was back in dial-up internet days. I found this article or this website about this artist that tried he did an eighth of shrooms, and he tried to draw the same thing every hour for 8 hours during his trip. And for me being a young person watching this guy, like I'm like balls deep in graffiti at this point. I'm like 16 or 17 years old, or I think I was 17 going on 18 actually. Yeah, it was like right in September. But anyway, like I watched this guy draw a barn, and then like just the way I could still follow the picture, but it was so skewed and crazy looking for everybody else. I was like, there's something crazy to that. And I don't know. We'll talk about that in 1 second. Let's play this real quick, and we'll get into that. Give me 1 second.
Dude, that
No, so when I took that trip, like I was curious of what that would do to me, because I was an artist. I wanted to see how my art would look. I wanted to see what that would do. But when I went into that, I like ended up isolating myself, found myself kind of like walking around, finding every opportunity I would go by myself and like watch it. There was one point where I was sitting on the TV, like having a real conversation with Steve-O, like back when Wild Boys was the thing. You remember back in the day, like Jackass and all that? Like I was looking at a TV, like talking to this thing. And the one thing I realized when I came out of that was I wasn't as aggressive as I used to be. I used to be like really, really like I would snap for no reason. I don't know what it was, but something that with that trip and just this calming a part of me. Like I was still an athlete or whatever, but like and skated and did all of that shit. But like that, like very, like I don't know, something about me changed, and I was never aggressive. I never wanted to fight. Like I could fight, but like I didn't want to. I didn't go out of my way to get into problems or anything like that. Like I was who I am now, like, or sort of who I am now, I guess, but at a younger person, or one point of just like chill. But before that, it wasn't at all. Like I remember being like aggravated all the fucking time, and then something in that experience changed it. And after that, from that point on, I was like, there's something in this. Then I started learning more about it. Then I started finding out the microdosing, growing them, doing all that shit, and never really stopped.
Yeah, I think it's good to stay tapped in. I feel like I just like it kind of calls me. Like I'll just kind of like start I'll just get like a feeling like, yeah, it's kind of time to fucking start microdosing again. And like, I haven't done DMT. It's funny that you mentioned it. I haven't done it in a while, like years. And like just recently, I like just got like a thought, like, maybe it's time to like to revisit again.
Yeah. Well, I had a
I'll
couple.
come out and do it with you.
I had a couple moments in my life where I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not anything like I used to be. Like I'm 37. So I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, dude, like there's a point of everybody my age, like they've either had kids or they've gone that different route. You know what I mean? Like nobody I know is the person they used to be. They're completely at their new levels of life. You know what I mean? We're that separate. And I'm like, I don't know, something personal with me. It's like, I just wanted to do this shit. I was like, I need to get some of this chocolate. So I started doing like a little bit of microdose, doing like a piece here. And like, I could see that they're pretty strong. So I was like, if I did half of this whole entire bar, it probably set me into a perfect spot. Just go meditate, put some lo-fi music on and like catch a vibe. But
Go for a walk, bro. Like if you're gonna do something like that.
No, what I want to do is like the real heroic dose thing. I want to eat some shrooms and then go blindfolded in a dark closet for the whole trip. Like,
whoa.
that's like, who is it? Terrence McKenna talks about doing like a heroic dose like that, and I've always been like, yeah, like total silence and darkness on a heroic dose. That's gotta fucking work. That's gotta fucking send you into DMT land for a long time. Yeah.
man, you gotta be in some. I would honestly, I like the sounds of that because I'm like, I just want to see, like.
Well, yeah, it's like even if you can like actually meditate on mushrooms, like it can be really hard. But like if you can actually hit the zone where you're like in the meditation zone and the shroom zone, like things get fucking nutty. Like just on that, like
that's kind of what I want to like try. Or I feel like at least getting to that level, like that's going to be part of the experience. I don't know. It'd probably be completely fucking different. The fact that I'm thinking about it and like thinking this way, I'm going into it just chilling. But I don't know. It's something that came across my mind, and I was like, this is like, clearly talked about all over the place here. It's something I feel like a lot of people understand and connect with. I was kind of curious your kind of backgrounds. Doobies, you ever had mushrooms before?
No shrooms for me.
He said, nah, give me the Bud Lights. We're good here.
Are you the
drink that much.
Or wait, are you the good old boy of Canada up there?
No,
Like-
it's just a joke.
Nah.
I'm not gonna say anything about it. As far as I know, he's from Canada, Trey. Don't let him talk to you like that.
No, I wanted to join in on that. I just was curious. You seem like you'd be the redneck of New York or wherever you're from.
Originally was from Florida, so maybe that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like a big old chaw on your lip kind of thing.
Yo, so if you had to onboard somebody into Web3 and mushrooms in the same weekend, what would you do? How would you do that?
Let's go. Dose up. Dose up and let's just go on that journey. Dude, that's
charge your
fuel for
phone.
conversation.
I mean, fuck. On mushrooms, onboard someone? I don't know. Maybe I'd like tell him to draw some shit on the iPad and mint it for him and tell a homie to buy it.
Yeah. All right.
I love it.
If your favorite crypto, I
Dude, you're
guess
drawing
don't
just
say-
sold for 1 ETH.
Dude, I love crypto. I'm onboarded.
let's say your crypto moons tomorrow. What's your first move? Are you going to like get a yacht party? You're gonna do something like extravagant for yourself? Like you don't have to do it over the top.
Moon is like big numbers.
Or just answer the question, whatever comes to
All
mind.
right, all right, go. Start it. Sorry.
If the shit moons, are you going to a yacht party or are you gonna do something low key and chill?
I'd have to be low key and chill. I don't need like going and experiencing that shit at these events was enough for me. I don't
What?
need that in my
Dude,
life.
no way. There's no another level to rich. You have no idea.
Nah, dude.
Way more levels to rich, bro. You're crazy.
Oh, dude,
mean-
I'd go up to like a mountain and go kill me a fucking Yeti or something up there.
I feel like if you got to the point of like being rich enough, you could just kind of like do a different shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I had fuck you money, I just want like a dope ass gym, a personal trainer, and a chef. Like,
But you can have that
usually-
after you do the thing. It's still there.
No. I'm not saying. I guess my immediate, like, I'm not. I don't know. Like,
You
I
can-
definitely would travel.
but
Like, there's a lot of
fucking
places I want to
you
go
can
to.
take
and shit.
10% of that and just blow it on whatever you want for a fucking year. You can take a yacht as far as you want to. and like
I
bring the
feel like the older I get, the dumber that shit sounds, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I
I'd just
understand.
rather save
If-
my fucking money,
I
bro.
understand,
Like,
but if the older you get, it sounds dumber. You might as well do that now and you can do it. And be like, all right, I'll never do that again.
I mean, what am I
What's your
gonna do
thing?
on a
What's
yacht,
your
bro?
thing? I
What?
wanna hear
There's gonna
your
be
thing.
like
I also
some
never
good
miss the
coke
money.
and like some like baddies for like a couple hours. Like I could do that anywhere, bro. It doesn't. I don't need a
Yeah.
fucking yacht. to
Well, I'm
do
not
that
even specifically saying a yacht. I would personally want to fucking travel and like take a plane and just travel to all the fucking.
Yeah.
wonders
Dude,
of the
I'm
world.
going to Japan, going
shit.
up and
I was
down.
just gonna say
Equally,
Japan.
that
Bro. I
would
was
be
just gonna say
costing-
Japan. Japan, I want to go to. Yeah.
I'm talking about spending that amount of money. Like I would not hold back on the
Okay,
amount
cool.
of spending.
Like, if I'm gonna spend money on something big, is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a yacht party like to that big level, getting baddies and bitches. But like imagine the amount of money you would spend on that. Like you could do a lot of fun shit with that, and it's still not low key. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I'm buying all the homies
your own-
new Chevy 1500s, and we're gonna go on some crazy ass adventure. I want to go experience something, or
Right.
like for me going up to the mountain where that old lady is that does the traditional tap tattoos. I'm gonna go visit her and bring.
Oh, let's
her.
go there, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
dude.
go there.
Well,
Bro.
you can get Steve to do them at a shop. It's not the old lady, but he could probably dress himself up to look like one.
Does
I
he
wish
do
I could hit
that?
him. Yeah, he does that. You come
I
to
want
Philly,
that
bro.
so
I'm telling
bad.
you. He's going to be on one of the streams with us, talking, having these conversations soon.
All right, good.
I'm actually going up. I'm taking a train tomorrow to go up and spend the weekend with him and film some stuff. I'm getting a fuckers tattoo. We're going to film that.
Oh shit! What are you getting? Do you know?
I'm getting my fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Let's go.
So, I was also going to say, like, how do I, like, put that in, like, eternity? Like, that's my fucker. Like, you can't ever buy this. I don't want to, like, burn it, but, like, what could you do for somebody that wants to put it in a lifelong, you know what I mean? Like, that's a forever thing.
A ledger.
Yeah. You just throw it in a ledger. But I don't even know if you can right now with Say. Can you?
I don't think Say works.
Yeah.
I'm going to screenshot it, minute on Solana, and then put it in my ledger.
Putting the derivative in the cold storage.
Teleburn it to Bitcoin, bro.
Well,
That's so
Layer
funny.
Zero, can you like?
No, I'm just gonna get this fucking tattoo and make a video and have some fun and talk to Steve about
Right.
it. So, but like, also part of the reason is this is like a way of onboarding where he knows a little bit about crypto. How could we integrate him to use crypto? Well, have tattoos being paid via crypto, and then you have to find the users that have that. You have to direct them. You know what I mean? You have to put that into a place. But one thing I said to him, I was like, well, why don't we make like a commercial, do a little bit of an interview, chop something up, but like you make an advertisement saying now accepting crypto, yada yada yada. Like that becomes a way to integrate it and talk about it more. But I think it goes deeper. The flash, the art, all of the pieces that are like combined for a tattoo artist that you see around the shops, mint that stuff and make collections. Those are real collections. Those are one of ones. Those are very significant pieces. A lot of them have value to them. Some of them are just bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot there. Or at least to have that conversation.
Every fucking time one of these guys leave, I send a love you in our little private chat, and they leave before they see it. Fuck you, Dippo.
Damn,
Fuck
bro.
you.
Nobody loves you.
No.
Oh, I love you, dog.
Tell me
I
how
know,
you
I
really
love you
feel.
guys. I just, but dudes, okay, so like, you know, I was really into the like home services after I got out of the Navy. Like I worked in the landscape industry,
What do you mean, Holmes?
like landscape, fucking
Okay.
tile, any of it. Like I'm just thinking, you know, on that aspect, what I have noticed going back into it after learning about everything in crypto is that like a lot of these, you know, companies could utilize like a crypto specific platform, you know, whether that be through the AI and it, like I don't know, this has just been a more recent thought since I have all this AI code that I've been working on, and I, behind the door I've kind of got something cooked up here. But what I've been thinking about is like, you know, we were talking about mass onboarding a little bit ago, and where my head is going at is like, if you can implement it into these services, you know, like if you can implement like let's say, I don't know, some Joe Blow mows my lawn and they have an automatic payment thing that comes through to pay for the service. Why not, without even telling anyone it's crypto, we're soon going to be linking like stable coins through banks. Like I know Wells Fargo's talking about it, and a few others, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty big quickly. So why not like look at finding ways to onboard through services like that? In my mind, where I'm looking at
All right, so I think this is the way you would have to go. You would have to remove it from I accept crypto to I use crypto, to the point where you
well,
build
don't
some.
even tell them, because that.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me finish. What I'm saying is, like, you get them to, they take payment and they buy stable coin on, say, Solana, wherever that they would choose to. They have their wallet security. You have that available on the Solana network. You have that available on, say, whatever. You can figure out where you want to build that, I guess. But the reason I say that is you avoid fees from the bank. You avoid holds. You avoid any amounts being transferred or sent. But you need the recipient for these things to also be part of this network so they can have it, or something where they can receive and swap it and be willing to. You see what I'm saying? Because like, if you, let's say me and you run a general construction company, we accept all of our payments in fucking cash, credit card, whatever. We put it into fucking USDC. We know that, you know, we can send any amount, but like on a Sunday, you can't go to the bank, can't get 10 G's, can't go buy that fucking Chevy and do the shit you want to. But if it was all on fucking USDC, you'd be like, oh, I'll swap it right now and I'll just send it out here and send it to your wallet if you accept it. You have to like get everybody in that network of commerce on that.
To me, it seems like we're gonna end up getting like bank specific protocols that are doing it, like a global wallet.
Well, they're gonna have to for it to work, right?
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna be hitting that sooner than we think, and whether that's like a chain that links up with them, the XRP or whatever, it doesn't matter, you know. And so like
could you imagine strippers getting paid in crypto?
Oh, gangster. There's
No, I'm
probably
dead serious. Could you imagine if a stripper could get like paid in crypto? Would they want it? Like knowing that, like you can get some crazy ass rich guy to give you Bitcoin.
Dude, that'd be insane.
I'm just saying, like it's crazy, but there's a strip club next to the tattoo shop, and if we have this event, I'm definitely fucking taking us over there and buying some shots or around, or at least a dance for somebody lucky winner. I don't know. It's gonna be a time.
Let's go. Yeah, dude. I think we're coming closer to that than we even expected. You know, like
at least fully digital payments, but like I don't know. It's going to be a long time until you're in a truly decentralized network, and you're honestly probably not going to have that without control and regulation in some way, shape, or form from the government.
I don't think it'll be decentralized.
I guess the biggest reason why is like, if they do it, they can control the income tax that way.
Yeah. I don't think what like everyone's gonna use is gonna be decentralized. I think that's gonna be for us degens that are in this shit, you know? Like I
don't think it's only just degens. I think that there's gonna be more people. There's gonna be a group of people that understand world view, world capabilities that want to go that route. Oh shit, we're at 10% on this. I didn't even plug it in. All right, well, yeah.
Is your dog sleeping that hard?
I only got 10% on the iPad, and then we're gonna die. So
that's okay.
It kind of looks like a pee for Phillies. That's tight.
Hey yo, it did. I actually did notice that a little bit ago.
Hell yeah, let's go. Phillies on top, baby. Did we win?
I'm still planning on getting that tattoo. Don't fucking worry. I'm a man.
I haven't worried one bit. I mean, you do or you don't.
I'm gonna get it.
I don't know, but let's see. What else have I got? If Say Moon, all right, one underrated account you think everybody should follow? One X.
Ooh.
All of you guys.
One underrated account.
Fuckers for life, easy. I'll think of something else.
Honestly, like for me, one I really enjoy is that Star Platinum guy. He's really good at breaking down his stories, and just the way he writes and does the simplicity behind his threads are nice. I like it. I think. Go.
One for me is Scene, the dude Ceen.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
gecko, I think.
Yeah. Okay. What does he do that you like?
I don't know. It's like it's supposed.
Okay. Yeah.
It said. I said underrated account. I don't know.
No. Oh.
What about you, Dubious?
Bro, I don't know. Underrated. We got too many overrated MFers.
Yeah.
So you should be able to single out some of the underrated ones in that aspect.
Oh, underrated. I'm gonna have to go
Underrated, yeah. Animated Fred, Wigs, fucking.
dubious for me.
I wasn't saying
They're
these are
not
overrated
dudes.
people. I'm saying like underrated people that need the shout out, not the people that get shout outs for no reason.
The Ganja Baba. That's
Yeah.
no.
Dude, he
Big
is.
bro.
Yeah.
The Ganja's dope.
His morning posts are
I
fire.
just talked to him about doing something with. Yeah,
His morning posts are really good.
that's a good one.
Brother. His brother's a good one.
The Engineer, yep.
That's a good one.
Fucking
Yeah,
no.
wait, no, it's the
future.
engineer's morning.
I want to
post
get those guys.
before
We
the
should,
Yeah.
help me
spaces,
get them
yeah.
up on the next one. We could actually have them up right now. Have this conversation. They'd be great for this conversation. Dude.
Yeah.
We should definitely. You guys like this setting and this whole fucking spiel?
Dude,
Yeah,
those are my
it's cool.
brothers. They're in Canada.
You should hit them up, dog. What are you sleeping on them for?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So, what's one piece of advice you tell anybody getting into crypto, bottom line, or into Web3,
Don't.
or content creation, whatever the fuck it is? What would you tell them?
Stay consistent. You
Take
know,
your
like
time.
You're making a mistake.
Here we go.
Run.
It's truth. Finish this sentence. Crypto would be better if more people just.
Chill the fuck out.
DCA'd.
believed in what they talked about.
All right. And last but not least, is this the one? All right. So girls are making 100K on OnlyFans with feet and pussy pics. We're breaking our backs to afford, the shit that we got. What are we doing wrong? What can we take from that?
We're a man. We're men.
Sex sells.
Yeah. It's not our like we have to go. Like I feel like honestly, truly to answer this, like I feel like it's stuff that we as men have to go through. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones building the world. We are the ones, like protecting the world. We are the ones, doing all the hard shit. It's on us, like it only makes sense that they're winning. And
Well, I don't look at it like winning. I don't look at it like that. I'll be completely honest with you. I personally don't care. I have no qualms with it. It would be a situation where it was like, if you found out your girl did it and didn't tell you, well, that's a trust issue. That's not a fucking sex worker issue at all. Like we have it. Like let's talk about that first, because like if I was dating a girl and she was like, I'm making content, and be like, tight. Is it like is this a? I'd have that real conversation because like I just don't care about it like that. I personally don't. If somebody judges it, I'm like, look, man, you're not at home with me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Could you be with a girl who does it?
What content? Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do it like if somebody has sex with other men. That probably draw the line there.
Yeah.
What if it was Trey?
If it was Trey,
Like,
if it was Trey,
yeah.
well, he has a new girlfriend. he has my old problem. But I don't know. I wouldn't have that conversation because that would be a conflict. That conversation would be like, oh fuck. But
I
if it
don't
was a
think I'd
girl,
even be in that
if it was a chick
conversation.
that was like, I make content and like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, I literally would just be like, well, I'm not subscribing still. So, where do you want me to hold this
Still not
camera? I got a light.
subscribed?
Like, here, hold on a second. Let me see, babe. I got you real quick.
Pay my bill.
What if she asked you to be in it with you? And you're like,
I did that a few times. One girl, I just didn't want to make the account. Like, she was like, you got to sign and do the KYC thing on here. I was like, and I just never did it. But, I mean,
No,
there's.
I think he was trying to say something else.
Oh.
I know. I don't know. No. What are you thinking about, dude?
He said he was
What the
making an
fucking
account.
Canada is going on over here?
Weren't you saying to be like in the video?
Oh yeah. In the
Yeah,
video.
he's
with
talking
the
about
girl.
making an
Yeah,
account.
yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
he's
No,
talking
no,
about.
No. Making a video.
No, you have to
with
make an
your
account
girl.
in KYC and put your shit on there to accept so you can be tagged in the video.
Bro,
You
what?
just wouldn't just do
Just
it?
do it. What do you mean? You have to
No,
like
you don't
KYC to
understand
be
how it
on
works
camera?
because nobody's fucking asked you if you're
Dude, how
dick.
are people getting into this shit? They have to
Listen
okay, wait
to
a
me,
minute.
Bro,
Wait
you
a
should
minute.
make your whole thing
Hold on,
premature
hold on.
ejaculation.
You just asked
Where's
me a
the mute
question.
button?
You asked me a question.
Where's the mute button?
I have it.
Hold
but
on,
just
hold
listen.
on. Do you have to KYC to be a user on OnlyFans?
No.
He's talking to be like a.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I don't ever want to hear someone say, "Oh, I got a KYC to be in crypto."
No,
I
you don't have to do that. You have
If
to
people are signing up for OnlyFans, they can sign up for crypto.
You can sign up for OnlyFans with a credit card. That's probably where people don't want to do it. But what I'm saying is, you guys asked about being in it. The thing is, if your body is in it, you have to sign waivers. I didn't want to do that because that makes you make an account so you could be put into the video.
All right.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that yet. I'm not at that level. The market's not that bad, and like there's memes about this shit. It's like, no, dude, like not yet.
Yeah, but can't you use like a different name as your username?
She needs to get her numbers up either way, like, and then it would be worth it. And like, I'm not
I
that
think that's what she
catalyst.
was hoping you were gonna
Maybe
do.
you'll bring the numbers up. bro.
That's
That
I would be
SMS
I
hog.
don't want to do that. Like, all right, if you're watching this, hit me up. Let's see what's up. You know, maybe you guys will see it one day. Thanks to this fucking video.
Hey, speaking of, how's Colorado girl?
She's Colorado girl. I mean,
Is she still around? Like,
she's in Colorado, and
well, are you gonna be going there? Like, are she still in
at
your
some
life?
point, yeah. If I go to Colorado, I can hit her up and
All right. Yeah.
say, no, Trey's not at the hotel. We can't stay at the hotel all day. It's cool.
Trey's still trying to swoop in.
Hey, dude, there was between the beds.
that
there
would
was,
be some
like,
content.
old school
That
curtains.
would be
No.
some content.
No, we were supposed to
I'd
just
pay
be
$9.99 a month for that.
Hey,
Hey, man, it was a good time. I'm not upset about anything. It was all good. But no, that's it. I don't know. I don't have any qualms with it. I don't think it's a problem. I think that they make their own decisions. Who gives a shit?
Hey,
It's not up
get
to
your
me to
bread.
decide. I'm not subscribed. I'm not paying for it. I'm not hating on it. If it fucking if a girl you dated made more money than you fucking doing a job that was easier than yours, like fucking painting somebody's nails or hair, and you have to fucking work hard, are you gonna be upset at that too? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a shit?
I don't got time to judge nobody, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
give a fuck.
you get your bread as long as you're happy.
There was a
Fucking do your
girl that
thing,
was
bro.
like, I was seeing, and she was hiding it from her. She called it her ex. We'll just say that. I was like, I don't care. Here, do you want me? I was literally holding the camera, like helping her make the shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck, whatever. And that's when she was like, well, you have to sign. I was like, no, we're not doing that here. And then recent John, she purposely. Anyway, maybe we're not. The market's still up. We got to get down to like less than 50K BTC. And we'll start having that conversation.
That's when the OnlyFans comes up at 50K.
Maybe that, or maybe 100K. We'll see what happens first. Who knows?
dude, I'm working on figuring out how to.
Honestly, I hope that you guys would be the last to know, because, well, whatever.
Oh, dude, we'll find it. Don't worry. Someone's
Definitely,
looking.
Oh, we'll
definitely,
find
When you
definitely gonna
disappear,
find
we'll
it.
know.
Yeah.
Well,
The signs will be there.
I mean, I'll be like posting my link. Yo, subscribe, bro. Check
Hopefully
out
it's a
my new
referral.
reel.
Got a longer link tree
You'll
now.
be getting fat.
Check out
instead
the
of
new
yaps, bro.
content. Fuck. I'm doing it for crypto, powered by Say.
Jeez. Dude, there was I don't remember what post or anything recently, but Cunnel from Filament was talking about the OnlyFans girls. Like, if you could perp or leverage trade against like how popular they are, as a joke, he made this, and someone, like, because I commented under there and I was like, that would be cool as shit. Someone actually commented or sent me a message saying that they have that platform. You can actually trade, like, leverage trade against these creators,
The
these girls.
popularity and shit like that. Like, you're
Mhm.
buying, shares and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have that for that. They have that for fighters and stuff like that. The only thing is, like, is it the payout? Like, does it work good? Then try it. But
I mean, I don't know any of them other than,
I don't know, dude.
yeah.
People making money. That's the last thing I want to be jealous about. As long as you're not hurting anybody, it's whatever.
Hey, we
Yeah.
could do our OnlyFans. We could do this, but naked, bro.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
you know what? It's called chat roulette. Oh, fuck. This is how you end a fucking stream. This is probably the best way. That's enough, guys. We're done. Trey, thanks for doing this. It's fun. We didn't get to roast you as much, but maybe we'll lock in on it next time.
Okay.
We'll figure out the next person when I'm going to do this. I'm probably thinking, I don't know, maybe sooner than later. Who fucking knows? But I know for a fact that me and Dubious got a stream coming up Sunday at 3:00. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully.
We'll see. Okay.
Oh shit.
All right, he just backed out on me live stream. Might as well just fucking boot him off of the stage. Okay.
Hey, deuces, Dubious.
Oh shit. Later, dudes.
All right, gotta say bye.
Oh shit, he actually is on.
You booted him.
He's back. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna be doing a live stream around 3:00 with or without Dubious because I've said it and it's there now. And we'll see. Unless I eat all of this fucking these shroom chocolate thingies, then you'll be.
You should do it and get on live stream. That sounds even better. Yeah.
Electronics don't work when you're on mushrooms, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that.
I saw Ari Shafir that same night I had my journey.
That's tight.
Yeah, he told me that. That's
That's
funny.
wild.
That's really tight. I like that guy. He's funny. I'm actually watching a podcast of him and Joe Rogan right now. But anyway, I'm gonna be live on Sunday. I'm definitely gonna be coming back the next. I'm gonna be as consistent as I can, as long as it doesn't impede on like being fucking a regular person. One thing I guess we can go back to is just Trey, you and your situation, get back in the landscape and run a crew. Dude, that's a good thing. You're going to be making more money than you were making. You're going to be able to leverage and invest that. 10% leverage in a bull market. That's the best way you can save your money with making a little bit on top of it. You don't have to get every. One thing I will say is I think we get a little extra with trying to get into all of these plays where you spread yourself too thin with trying to get points here, points there, and everywhere. I think that's one thing. If you locked in on one, I feel like you get a nice payout if the payout's good. That's all up to subject and suspect anyway. So I heard Dragon Swap's coming out with one, but I heard that from somebody that said that they heard that. So I don't know any validity to that.
What are they coming out with?
A TGE token.
Oh, they've been talking about that for a minute.
Well,
Yeah, isn't that coming out this
it is
like,
up.
soon?
We're at the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's coming out this month.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I think so. Yeah.
I thought it was like the
heard
14th or
heard
something.
now. We should just send us an overheard and say we heard it from. That's what we'll do from now on. We will validate everything we hear from. I saw it on overheard.
I overheard it was on the 14th.
Let's go. Overheard. You're welcome for that shameless plug. We'll make some content for that. Pop, pop, pop.
Hey.
But yeah, since we are almost at 200 people, I'm gonna play one more commercial before this shit dies and then get out of here. But Lop, if you got something you want to make, Dubious, Trey, yourself, it could be a piece of content. Make it within like 20 to 45 seconds long. Something cool about yourself, about what you're doing. If you want to do it consistent, like your spaces, advertisement, whatever. I'm trying to have like subject for people to see it and put it into what we're doing. Make it horizontal, like landscape, not like short form, just because it looks better and more appealing for putting them together in a clip. But it would be dope. If not, it's all good. I just want to make sure you got that opportunity. And anybody listening, if that's something you like, make sure you share this out. Let's connect.
The biggest barrier to crypto adoption has never been the technology, it's been the user experience. Introducing Say Global Wallet, a seamless wallet experience where users can sign in with email, Google, X, or Telegram credentials to access the same wallet across every Say D app. Ecosystem access with the simplicity of familiar login methods. Built by Dynamics specifically for Say to make blockchain technology accessible for everyone.
All right, dude. Yo, we hit 200 just in that fucking commercial right there. That's fucking tight.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I'll hit you guys up. You guys ever want to do this again, you're in the chat. You guys listening in, I have an SMS gang chat where any content, anything you guys are sharing or doing that's cool, you want to get it out there, you want to get more people supporting it, I want to help you. I want to do as much as I can. As long as you're supporting it and it's reciprocated, that's great. I am doing a spring cleaning right now. People that aren't active, that didn't respond, I am giving you guys the boot. That was your kind of heads up. I have no problem doing it. I just want active people in there so everybody's growing. And we're doing more. That's just the thing. Say less, do more. I know you're doing a little bit too much of the say less part, so we're going to do more on the other end of this thing. But I appreciate you guys coming out and sharing the last 2 hours with me. This has been a lot of fun, Trey. Glad you took that time to get yourself regrouped and back on your grind. I'm looking forward to seeing the spaces and connecting with you doing these more often. You always got a seat here. Glad we got to do this. You're always welcome in this as well, dude.
Thanks for having me, bro.
But where can we see your streams and all of that? I know you were talking about that earlier. I'd like to have people connect with that. You got about 3% left until the battery dies.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't really stream anywhere, but we got SNL Saturday.
The space.
Fucking Friday. At Fuckers for
So
Life.
is it weekends that you mainly have the weeklies?
Yeah, we do pop-up spaces. Just follow Fuckers for
Fuckers?
Life. Yeah.
Word. That's tight and dubious. Other than Sunday, you got anything else going on? Maybe Canadian.
Yeah, maybe. We'll figure out what day we slide
Where the
into.
fuck is the expert? I'm done with this guy.
What?
Huh? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
There was a pop-up.
What was the pop-up?
Yeah.
It's gone now.
That's funny.
You took the bait.
You gotta commit. You gotta commit to the space.
The most Canadian thing I've ever seen in my life.
What am I doing wrong?
Everything.
This is not helping your case of saying you're American, just for the record. Everybody now knows you're Canadian.
Hey, bro, I'd rather they think I'm up there. You know what? They can try and find me up there, and they're gonna.
It sounds more Canadian the more you're talking now. I need to implement this from now on. He's not actually from Canada. I don't even believe myself. Fuck.
It's on you now.
You are from Canada. Fuck, man. How do I No, I'm just kidding. Nah, do you do anything else but the Sunday space or stream?
Like on a regular basis, definitely the Sunday. But other stuff is a little bit more sporadic. But I'm trying to be in Saturday Night Live every Saturday night. Fridays sometimes it's a little bit trickier, but I have been enjoying the nightly spaces. Not gonna lie.
They are fun. They are like a nice low key. I like to sip a little bit of whiskey and cook my steaks and tune into them. To be honest with you,
bro, the spaces for me are more about like not like at least the night ones. Like they don't have to be all crypto focused. Like we can have some fun and it not be all in on the latest thing. Like it could be a little bit more broad.
That's what I think spaces should be, because you still learn shit, and when shit pops up, like we still talk about it. Like you don't have to fucking hand raise like serious all the time.
I honestly might my Friday night or Saturday night's stream catered around like the same exact start time, and just like do the same thing. Just have like a live stream and then the content or the volume coming through. Mm-hmm. So if you guys ever want to come through, you'll see it on there.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, he booted himself. Bro. He booted himself. Bro.
Hey.
All right, so I don't know if this thing ever ends.
Yeah.
It's in a loop.
We're stuck, bro. Or did it end?
Now we have old Greg leave me now.
You booted yourself, bro.
That's funny.
This fucking thing. All right, guys.
Dude, hold on. Shut up. Lop, I'm almost done. I've got like enough for 20 generative pieces so far for the Bitcoin thing that I was working on.
Let's go. Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are doing this build?
Down to get a sneak peek, bro.
Dude, I got a cool little animation. I think that it's fun.
Right. That's dope. I've always wanted to make.
If you guys can still understand me enough, if you want to make some something for me, if you got time the next week or two, that'd be dope. Because I'm trying to add some new stuff for like the next show. I reached out to like a list of people. I'll read it real quick that I'd like to bring on. All of you are on the list, so I can knock that one out. But I hit up Salamander, got Sativa, Scene, Greenity, Rory, he's not here anymore. But yeah, and some other ones. But those are some people that I've been seeing in the space. Card is another one, just to bring up and kind of do some of this fun stuff. But anyway, appreciate your time, and I'll catch you on the other side.
Later, bro.
Hey.
Thanks.